Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be a part of the Rainbows Release Blog Hop with Simon Says Stamp, and I have a fun, colorful project to share with you featuring a few of these fabulous new products. So I'm going to start with this new Waves Builder background cling stamp. Fell in love with it when I first saw it, and I love that each one of the waves is an individual stamp. So you could stamp them all as one, or you can stamp each wave individually. I'm going to mount this on my MISTI, so I'm kind of laying them out here to get them all lined up. I want them to be nice and tight in order like it should be. Locked and loaded. I flip over the lid, and since it's cling, it sticks. I remove the MISTI pad. You don't need it for the background clings. I got a panel of Nina Solar White here that I'm centering. I flip over the base. Bada boom. You got your panel nice and centered. Okay. I'm going to take the second wave off so that I can ink up the first wave with Sea Glass ink. I'm going to be using all Simon Says Stamp inks, and I'm not really going in rainbow order. I'm going in kind of a sublime wavy gradient order. Yeah, just go with it. Okay, so we're going to do like aqua into dark blue into purple into pink. So it's a little wink of a rainbow, and I clean off the first stamp, and then I line up the second stamp. If you keep everything the way it should go, you can line these up perfectly. You just got to remember which wave goes where. Okay, next color for the second wave is MALIBLUE. So I'm inking that up, and the nice thing about these red rubber stamps is they stamp like butter. But I do like to stamp it twice to make it nice. And sometimes I press with my hand, and sometimes I use this little stamping tool, which my crafty friend sent me, and her shop is called Hummingbird Creation. And I gotta tell you, I feel very fancy schmancy when I use it. It's got this gorgeous crystal knob on it, and I mean, cat's meow. I've got a few of these different ink press tools, and I never knew I needed them until I got them. You know how that goes. Okay, so this color is SCUBA, or as I like to call it, Scuba-Dooba-Doo. And now we're working our way through the gradient order, and lining the fourth wave up, taking the third. Now I will say, sometimes the Simon Says Stamp inks can stain, but have no fear. You just need some of that Simon Says Stamp, what's it called? Spray stamp cleaner. Works like a charm. It'll clean everything up. It also cleans up your MISTI. And I've been known to just spray that stamp cleaner willy-nilly on my work surface, on my grid mat, places where I probably shouldn't, and it just gets stuff off. Now here I'll show you, I stamped High Dive, which is a very intense color, and I got a little bit where I didn't want it to go. You can see in my panel, I have a boo-boo of High Dive. Now I'm hoping that these next couple of waves will cover up the boo-boo, or, there's always embellishments that can hide boo-boos. Now this color is Island Blue, but as you can see, it did not cover up the boo-boo. And I'm just going to confess to you right now, after I taped this little session, I went ahead and restamped the whole entire panel. Because you know what? It just gets in my crawl, and I can't not. I'm like a perfectionist. It has to be right, or I'm just not happy. I'm actually grumpy the rest of the day if I don't fix it right. So what are you going to do? Now this is Hydrangea, and it kind of sort of covered it, but not to my standards. So I'm going to show you how I did it, but then after I finish this panel, I redid the whole thing. I know I'm crazy, but we just got to go with it. Now this color here is my jam. It's called Hot Mama. I just love this color, but mostly I love the name. And it's just a really sassy color. Makes me feel sassy when I'm stamping it. Look at this color. What do you even call that? It's like a magenta. It's just a sassy hot mama color. And then now to round out this whole ombre rainbow vibe, we got a little dull pink. And that's just like a punchy in the face fuchsia. It just brings the party, Okay, so now we're moving on to the simple stem. This is not a new die, but it's an oldie but a goodie. And I'm going to die cut it out of some vellum. Love a good vellum. So I'm going to pop up my wavy panel. I trimmed off on the sides. I didn't trim off the top and the bottom because I didn't want to sacrifice any of that gorgeous wavy color, but I need a little white border. Need a white border in my life. A little bit of glue on the simple stem. Now for this sentiment, pulling out another oldie but goodie. This is the Kathy Zilski Thankful 2 die. And I started with vellum for the backer, but I changed my mind to white. So I got the backer in white and then the word die out of some of that silver foil cardstock from Concord 9th, which, I mean, basically, let's just cut to the chase. You need a lifetime supply of that, but it's always out of stock because I think it's very popular. But I do love that silver and the gold is just fantastic. Okay, popping that up. And then I'm going to do a coordinating sentiment. These are from the new release. They're called Reverse Pride. And I love this, grateful to love you every day. I'm using one of the sentiment label dies. And I trimmed off the everyday. So it's just thankful to love you. The everyday just made it too long. And then these are also new sequins. They're called Galaxy. And they went perfectly with my wave color scheme. So this card is finished. Hey, I'm thankful and grateful to love you guys. Thank you for tuning in and joining me. Make sure and check out the rest of the Rainbows Release blog hop. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.